It has been an up and down season, so to speak, for the A-State Red Wolves, but they are 7-5 and back in Mobile for the GoDaddy Bowl. We've got more coming up. Festivus is a day for one to air their grievances. So tonight, Razorback fans, we're going to blow off a little steam about those moments this season that made us go, what's the deal with that? Now, UALR preps are almost ready for the ball game. We're just putting the final touches down. Oh, a big night of basketball tonight, but not just big basketball. We're also live up here with CHTV. They are debuting their new video board.
And THV11's Hayden Balgavy.
There you go, Balgavy. Hayden will do just fine. You know, well, unfortunately, Corliss Marshall will not be lighting it up for the Razorbacks next season. He is officially gone. In a game that saw over 1,000 yards of offense and 100 points on the board, Freddie Knighton and Brooker Mays setting records left and right. A-State still found themselves on the short end of this game as they could not slow down Toledo's power running game. It was the Adrian Moore show tonight, and this one was the showstopper. Allen gets the ball, tosses it over to Moore, and I don't know what the rim did to deserve that, but he should apologize. I'm down here with a ton of fans in Mobile. Now I gotta ask everybody, who's gonna win tomorrow? Toledo! Well, you may have not won the Powerball last night, but you've got a chance to win some stuff right here on THV 11 at 6:30. I'm alongside Catfish and Ben, Arkansas Game and Fish. Guys, we're giving away some prizes. Now, I understand on this list, people have already caught their trout. They've already sent everything in, so now we're putting the names in. We're going to reel them up, and we're going to give away some prizes.
Today's a big day.
Today's the day, man. All right, well, let's go ahead and get this. Now, of course, it's the holiday season, which means it's time for giving. And let me tell you, no one gives more for their school or team more than Episcopal junior Allie Freeman.
Good. All the way out, Dylan. Good.
For Episcopal head coach Micah Marsh, falling short isn't exactly an option.
Don't lose. You know, just don't lose because we hate losing.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree from player to coach. Junior guard Allie Freeman is a natural winner.
He's just one of those athletes, you know, that can do a lot of things and always amazes you at some of the things he does, and he's got that wow factor, and as an athlete, you like to have those on your team.
Not only does Allie shine on the court, but the gridiron as well. He led the Wildcat football team in receiving with nearly 2,000 yards and over 20 touchdowns. Oh, and did I mention he's an honor student?
You know, my parents have always told me, you know, without the school, you can't do those things, so make sure you get that done. And so I just try to focus on you do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do.
Let's go, let's go!
Now Allie and the Wildcats look to repeat as 3A state champs.
Everybody's going to give us their best shot, and so we know that.
You know, as a coach, you got to stress your players. Would you rather have it that way or another way?
2, 3, BST!
Many high school students wouldn't dream of running around in the 95-degree heat on a Saturday afternoon in the summer, but that's exactly what these high school teams are doing today.
It gets our kids off the couch, you know, gets them in the heat. I think it works a lot on our conditioning. Obviously, it helps us throwing it and catching it and playing defense against the different types of offenses that you're going to see.
These guys participating not just to get better and improve for the fall, but to remember one of their brothers. Today, the 3rd annual Garrett Ekman Memorial 7-on-7 tournament.
All of his friends came together in January, right after he died in November, and said they wanted to put this together for him. Football was one of his greatest passions. Always dreamed of playing for the U of A.
The former Razorback and Catholic High tight end passed away in 2011, and 8 months later, this tournament was founded in his memory. Today, they celebrate his life and football.
And everyone loves it. All the coaches have good feedback. All the players have fun. We have fun. I think everyone thinks we're big goofs, but we're just having fun out here.
They run a great tournament here. It's very organized. They take care of you. And we'll come back every year that they have it.
Great tournament. It's a great experience for my kids, you know, to come out of Northeast Arkansas, to come to this stadium, you know, for this great cause.
So why do so many teams travel to War Memorial Stadium from all around Arkansas to run around in the heat? Well, they say it's simple.
It's an honor.
It's an honor.
It's really an honor to be here and be a part of this, and we look forward to it every year.
Hayden Balgavy, THV 11 Sports.
They gonna work out, y'all.
From the weight room to the field, the Lone Oak Jackrabbits and Coach Doug Boss know it's BB week.
Stands will be packed. You'll see a lot of purple and white, the band, the cheerleaders, the hot dogs, hamburgers cooking. It's just a great atmosphere on a Friday night.
An atmosphere this Friday night that will be invaded by Coach John Shannon and his Badgers.
We will carry a ton of people down there. It'll be standing room only on our side Friday night at Lone Oak. As fans can expect a lot of standing off the field, Lone Oak is anticipating a lot of running on the field by the Badgers.
You got to stop their running game. They're going to line up 2 tight ends and come at you and hit you in the mouth, and you've got to stop their running game.
Not everyone gets to see the power run game anymore, and it's hard for teams to prepare for it. So when we execute it and execute it right, you know, other teams have a hard time with it because they don't see it very often.
Game day preparations are in full effect here in Lone Oak as the Jackrabbits look to take 4 out of 5 years against BB.
They're going to be hungry and ready to get back after it. They had several turnovers, so you know they get that corrected, and they're going to be ready for the Jackrabbits Friday night.
1, 2, 3, let's run!
Hayden Balgavy, THV 11 Sports. Now, we're about 4.5 hours away from Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium in Fayetteville, but believe me, there was plenty of hog calls this morning in Dumas High School because Will Gregg is a hog.
I've decided to take my talents too.
Arkansas baby indeed. For Will Gregg, it has always been about home.
It means a bunch. Yeah, to stay at home and, you know, do it where you're raised and in front of people that you know and where the fans adore you and love you, man, it's just great.
In the back of both of our minds, we was hoping that he would continue the legacy on the hill, and we just hoped and prayed, and he decided that he wanted to be a Razorback.
Of course, Hog fans all too familiar with Will's big brother Chris, who spent 4 seasons with the Hogs and is now with the Buffalo Bills.
With him and Jay Wright, those are my 2 role models, and so whenever they tell me something, you know, I take it for what it is, and they had never steered me in the wrong direction before, and, you know, they haven't yet.
The Razorbacks class has now jumped up to 19th in the country, according to CBSSports.com. Gregg joins alongside North Little Rock's KJ Hill, Fayetteville's CJ O'Grady, and Charleston's Ty Story.
We took a visit to Arkansas after that, and, you know, we were just walking down the street at night, and we just realized that, you know, this is where we want to be.
Now with Gregg's commitment today, that secures the top 7 players in the state of Arkansas. Will be playing for Brett Bielema.
14, 15, come on, Justin.
Coach Bo Hembry and the Warren Lumberjacks aren't shy about expectations for the 2013 season.
Well, you know, they're always to win a state championship. That's the expectations here, and it's been a while since we've been there, and we feel like we got a shot to get back. It's just going to take a lot of work.
The Lumberjacks returned 19 starters from their conference championship team, including senior wide receiver Von Eric Gonder. The dual-threat athlete caught 2 touchdowns against Lake Village and threw a couple of his own against Crossit, and he says he knows just what type of work Coach Hembry expects from his team.
While most teams probably at home sleeping, we getting better, you know. Just got big expectations.
Those expectations will be put to the test early as the Lumberjacks make their way to Fayetteville to take on the Bulldogs September 2nd to open the season.
It's going to be a pretty big game. I expect a lot of people to be there. Even though it's far away, got big expectations for the home team, and we expect it to go all the way this year, and if we don't, there'll be a disappointment.
It's hard to believe we're less than a month away from the high school football season, and in a few weeks, those stands will be packed with Warren Lumberjack fans who are expecting more than a conference title this year. Those fans want a state title.
That's the first step, is to win a conference championship and then get a good playoff seed and hopefully home field advantage and then see what happens from there.
Play champs on 2, 1, 2, play champs.
Hayden Balgavy, THV 11 Sports.